We've arrived at yet another, well, that's a bit wobbly, Sunday afternoon, and that means that it's time for our catch-up video. There we go. I've got a track of, I don't know if you can see it there, over here. That's a little track next to the tar road for running along, nice soft surface. And there's another dirt road across there that I can run on. So there's 3 tracks running in the same direction by the riverside. Anyway, today marks the end of week 5 of 13 of the half marathon training process. And what can I show for it? Well, this week, if I had to be looking at things from my own metrics, would have been an absolute disaster. Check out the little bit of white water turbulence next to me. And one of the trees that have been knocked down by the floods, to duck underneath that one. But anyway, if I have to look at it by my own metrics, this past week was a disaster as far as training is concerned. No threshold session on Thursday, no long run on Friday, based on certain metrics that my AI coach told me to back off both of those sessions, which I duly did. I was tempted to absolutely smash myself to pieces on both days, but obviously that would have set me back more than having a couple of easy sessions would have. So I followed the guidelines of the coach and had a couple of easy sessions, which means that I've got the energy to be able to start cranking it up again this week. So I'll have to wait and see how that goes. I'm at the moment walking, which is part of the warm-up. In probably about 5 minutes time, the run section of today's workout will commence, which is today's workout. Even though it's Sunday, most people do the long run on a Sunday. My long run happens during the week, so that means that today is about 2 k's of walking, then a 3 to 4 kilometer aerobic run, and about 2 kilometers of walking to finish off. This past week there were a couple of things physiologically, but mainly psychologically, that affected my training. Tuesday was blood test time. Every 3 months, I go for blood tests related to my HRT, my hormone therapy. And my hormone therapy has got everything to do with feeling validated and improving my mental health, and not feeling like the desire to self-extinct, which was something that was quietly, constantly part of my life for probably about 50 years. So having the affirming hormone therapy finally at the age of 55 to take that, to reduce that level of dysphoric noise, is massively helpful. But aside from that, currently I used to have to go for blood tests monthly when I started hormone therapy. Now it's down to every 3 months. However, the 3 months ago when I went for my test, my reading on estrogen levels came back at 91. Now, bearing in mind the target range for estrogen that I'd love to be maintaining for my own feeling of validation is between 90 and 250, which is a normal range for a certain sector of the population. I can't get into too many details about that right now. Let's just say the YouTubes these days are fairly tricky. I mean, I included HRT as a title snippet on a video that I tried to publish this morning, and it got blocked during the upload process. Deleted that upload, reset exactly the same video, removed the letters HRT from the title, and voila, could upload to YouTube. Anyway, but the basic bottom line there is I went for blood, had blood drawn on Tuesday. Thursday was supposed to be my big intensive running day. Got my blood test results, and my estrogen level had dropped from 91 all the way down to 80, which objectively doesn't seem like that much of a big deal whatsoever, but emotionally it completely knocked me upside down. So as a result of that, my AI coach said back off the intensive session for Thursday. Friday morning dawned and I was still an absolute mess emotionally, so that put paid to Friday's long run. Instead we did a gentle aerobic session on Friday, made Saturday effectively a rest day, and now I've got about 20-25 minutes of aerobic running coming up for my Sunday, so that we can kick off the new week, which is the beginning of week 6 of the training plan, with renewed vigor. So that's basically what's happened during the course of week 5. I've got 2 weeks to go until the Ave Maria 10K, which includes a loop up to the Alhambra Palace, similar to what will be in the half marathon. And after the Ave Maria, it will be a further 6 weeks until the Granada half marathon. And so that puts me currently at 8 weeks out. Fitness is obviously coming along fabulously. I mean, a couple of months ago, with the pace that I was running as more or less near to threshold work, I'm now running those same paces with a heart rate of under 110 beats per minute. So obviously, cardio fitness is improving massively. And that brings me basically to the end of what happened on week 5. I've got a couple of minutes left until I need to definitely put the phone away, reset the GPS, and start running. So let me know how your fitness journeys are going, and what do you do when a massive emotional hiccup happens along the way? How do you reset to not be able to lose any focus as far as your fitness goals or weight loss goals are concerned? Let me know in the comment section down below. But with that, time to sign off and start running. Take care. Speak to you soon, probably all next week. Bye.